Podcasting isn't just audio anymore. Video podcasts are everywhere, I'm sure you can tell, but is it worth your time? Let's break down whether or not you should launch a video podcast in 2025, or I guess 2026 since we're getting closer to the end of the year. I'm Dave from the Blubrry support team, and I've helped hundreds of podcasters figure out if video is the right move for their show, and how to set it up if they decide to go for it. In this video, I'm going to cover why video podcasting is exploding right now, the pros and cons compared to audio only, the gear and platforms you'll actually need, and a simple way to test the waters without burning out. More listeners are finding shows through video clips now more than ever before. We've all seen videos from podcasts while doom scrolling Instagram, TikTok, and even YouTube Shorts. So it's evident that a video element to podcasting has definitely caught on. And if we zoom out, we can actually see that Google moved their podcast app into YouTube a while back, and Spotify also has its own video podcasting option for their customers. So it feels like everybody's getting into it. And while video opens doors and discoverability, engagement, and even sponsorship, well, that doesn't mean it's something that every single podcaster needs to jump into, especially when you're just starting out. So let's go ahead and start with the upsides of having a video podcast. First of all, bigger discovery. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, which means you have the potential of more eyes finding your show. Next, you have more engagement. When people are actually watching video, they connect faster when they can see your face and your body language. It's just human nature. Then you have repurposing content. It's pretty easy to grab short clips for Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, which can grow your audience way beyond podcast apps. Now, that said, it's not all sunshine, rainbows, and views. Video actually takes a lot of effort to produce. So, let's talk about our cons. First, more time. It just takes more time to get things set up in order to record because you have lights and cameras that need to be ready to go and work together. It also takes longer to edit depending on how many people you're recording. Second, you have more storage. Video files are so much larger than audio, so you have to consider how you're going to host them. And that can get expensive very quickly depending on who you're hosting with. And some hosts may not even offer the option to host video. Limited distribution is the big one in my opinion because not every podcast app supports video. Apple Podcast has supported video from RSS feeds for a very long time, but technology is just getting to the point where it makes sense. Now, Spotify also allows for video, but you have to be hosting with them. So that kind of locks you into a single platform. And if you're not consistent, video can actually burn you out faster than audio. Again, you have to take all of the factors I just talked about into play. And none of this is meant to discourage you. And I know it sounds that way. I just want to make sure that you're ready before you commit. So let's actually talk about what you need to get started. How could you do video without investing way too much? The good news is that while a fancy, expensive studio would be nice to have, you don't actually need one. I don't even have one. You can just get started with a decent webcam or smartphone plus a microphone. Lighting is going to make a huge difference. You don't have to have a bunch of lights, but you could sit near a window or use an inexpensive ring light. Just make sure that you prioritize audio because bad sound loses listeners faster than bad video. Now, if you want to use your computer to record, you have a lot of options. If you're solo like me, you can actually use OBS or Meld Studio and record right from your computer. And if you have multiple people, you can use platforms like Riverside, Zoom, and Squadcast. They all work really well. Some of them are actually meant for podcasting. But what if you're not really ready to commit fully? I recommend a hybrid. Record your audio podcast as usual, but capture some video while you do it. Instead of publishing the video, just break it up into short clips that you can put on social media, because that's just another way for you to do just little small things that could actually increase your listenership quite a bit. Now, here at Blubrry, we focus on podcast hosting and distribution. So whether you stick with audio or you expand into video, your content can go anywhere your audience is. And if you do decide to go video first, we're a little sneaky. You could use our Vid2Pod service. That way you can publish your video to YouTube first, and then our system will automatically convert it into an audio episode that goes in an RSS feed and you can send it everywhere that YouTube can't go. If you want to go with a full-on video podcast that can be found on Apple and several other podcast apps, we do have plans that accommodate. So, with all that said, should you start a video podcast in 2025? If you have the time and you want more growth and visibility, and again, you've got the time, this could be a very powerful move. But if not, don't stress out about it. Audio-only podcasts are still thriving. Either way, the best podcast is the one you can actually make. Try that hybrid approach. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you next time, and let me know if you're going to start a video podcast or if you're going to stick with audio only. Love to hear about it. I will talk to you in the next video.